Hey everyone, hypnotherapist, and thank you for having me in your news feed again. And today I want to ask you, how do you drop the mask and still win big in all of those areas of your life? And it's kind of funny that we get this thing of we understand authenticity is meant to be a good thing, but so often or so seldom do we actually use it while actually creating results for ourselves. And so for example, if you are a hypnotherapist, you want to give yourself self-care, but you also want to fill your client base, you want to do an amazing job, you want to get results for your clients, but then you also want to be able to drop the mask in order to be yourself. What's really interesting is that this human dynamic where people like to help others, and often until the mask is dropped, the help won't come. So if you find yourself stuck or in pain, often it can be because due to a lack of authenticity. So this is not the same as saying that you're bad at your job, because it's not that. This is basically saying that there's an area in your job, whether it's giving back to yourself, self-care, whether it's financial help, whether it's help with the clients, or whether it's saying yes and no. Mark, hi Scott. Hi Mark, you're awesome, buddy. So this is where some techniques that really help me and will really help you, because I'm not a god, I'm not a robot, I'm just a human, the same as you. I'm a student, just like you guys. Yes, I'm an expert, but yes, I'm a student, because all experts are students. We continually learn. You've got to be able to say yes to the right help. Sometimes the embarrassing help. Sometimes the help that you oh, I don't know if I should ask that because that might make me look weak. But you ask for it. You also need to be able to say no to the wrong help. The help which is just cluttering up your calendar, as in just being around people, being in a community can be good, but it's not automatically just a good thing. So sometimes when you need help with your schedule, having people around you is not always the answer, because those people can sometimes not yet be at the experience level where they're instantly adding value right at that moment to the task that you're actually trying to get done at that moment. Doesn't mean that those people are good or bad people. It just means that at that particular time, this is awesome. Hey Joe, you're awesome. So that's what I mean. It's that make sure that the time that you're spending, have that guts, have that courage to sometimes say no to people temporarily to focus on the thing that you need to get done. So this is the areas that I like to break life down into to help myself out when I feel bad. So there's there's first health, and in this I include money, energy, all those self-care things that I need to know for my survival. So let's just call that one survival in general. Once you're up at a certain sort of survival level or stage, it makes everything else easier. But if that one's not in place, that's where you want to ask for the right help and stop asking for the wrong help. So sometimes you need people who are more coachy that'll tell you what to do. Other times you need just some space to speak, people who hear you without actually coaching you, because sometimes that's what you want, just some expression. The second area of life that really helps is the relationships. And so relationships need to be both safe and resonant. And so there's an energy that comes back from when people are resonant. And this is what I'm calling the Marco Polo. So that if you're giving out the Marcos, you're not getting the Polos back, that is an emotional cost, just like your financial bank account, your emotional bank account. If you find that the only Polos you're getting back from life is when you, in the wrong crowds, either having to drink or smoke or whatever it is that you've decided not to do, well then that's an emotional cost that's not going to be helping you out. So make sure that you're around people, at least one or two, at least per week, that lets you express yourself and they actually have that human connection with you. This doesn't mean that everyone else who's not giving you polos are bad people. So it's not this simple. It's not as simple as the people who aren't giving you what you need are bad people. Is that the people who aren't giving you what you need at that moment just aren't meant to be on your calendar at that moment. I hope this is helpful. I hope this is specific enough for you for right now, for what you need to hear. The third area is your personal topic and mission. In order to have happiness, you actually need to have, so this is beyond survival, beyond relationships, that you need this third element that works with the other two, with survival and with your relationships. You need to have a mission or a topic that is bigger than your problems. So this is beyond just how do I pay the bills, how do I get my sleep, how do I get my nutrition, and how do I get my fun and friends. This is well, what are you here for on this planet? Does that make sense? I would love to hear what your topic is, and notice how you'll get more positive polos back from your Marcos on your topic when you pick your topic before your crowd. Now, this is exactly what I need to hear right now. Yeah, well, this is something that It comes up for all of us. It comes up for me. I find myself in my own vulnerable moments, like working out kind of like, why am I feeling this way? Or like, why am I having 3 amazing, awesome weeks? And then like, why am I having such like a shit week after that? Is because one of those 3 areas, your survival, your relationship, or your personal topic, is out of balance. I'm gonna start walking under these trees because it's raining a little bit. I love it out here, but yes, I am looking forward to the summer. So the webinar and ebook. So if you say I'm in the comment section, you can download my ebook that says the 6 steps to crushing self-sabotage. So what this is, like if you say Marco Polo, yes. The ebook's awesome. Oh, so you read it? Yeah. So there's the video and there's the ebook. The ebook talks a little bit about anxiety and depression as well, saying that basically anxiety is like too much energy, looking at the future because something's coming, and then depression's like not enough energy, looking at the past because you've been through something, and then you wear that as an identity. So sometimes using your calendar is like almost like a life hack. Using your calendar is a way to make sure that you get things done so you don't have to remember it all the time. But you've also heard people give the opposite advice, that life is more than just a calendar. So this is where we need to be sophisticated enough to use these tools without making your life about the tools. These tools, when used properly, should almost disappear into the background as just an automatic habit that we have. So when you hear people sort of say that, you know, they never turn up to anything on time, they have no system, their life's falling apart, that person needs to focus on a diary. But then another person is so diary focused that that same advice that was for that other person just doesn't work for them, because they're already obsessive compulsive about their diary and they're not actually looking at what's happening in their life. They're so micro focused that the macro's falling apart, if that makes sense. So working out, like, do you need a macro step right now or do you need a micro step right now? So say I'm in, get the ebook and the video. Under the video is the ebook. So for anyone like that have said, you know, like, where's the ebook? Scroll down. So if you say I'm in the comment section, and I'll send you a link to the ebook. It's probably, you know, the book that I'm most proud to have written so far. It's only short, but it's what I'm so most proud to have written so far, because like it's what I use in my life. Like when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling vulnerable, when I need to rethink what's going on. So you guys are awesome. I will talk to you guys soon.